Hey, hello, it's Helen here. How are you? So let's talk about social media trends, the top 5 social media trends moving into 2019. So where this comes from is from things that are trending at the end of 2018 that have got some traction and that are moving into 2019, and where you should put your focus and energy into because these trends are growing. So hello, as you are jumping in, please say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from. Hello, Rob. How are you? And you got your emojis back, Rob. That's so good to see. And thank you for saying hello to Henry. This is Henry here, my little mate. And I've got all sorts of technical difficulties happening today, but that's okay. That's what we put up with in social media and Facebook land and technology and all the rest of it. But please say hello to me. Give me a palm tree emoji. Hello, Sean. How are you? Thank you for saying hello to Henry and Yvonne. How are you today, Yvonne? Have you got some time off, Yvonne? Are you still on holidays? I hope you're having some relaxing sort of downtime. Rob's out of Facebook jail. Woo, 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 woo. That's so cool. Great to see that. So if you're not familiar with me and what I do here, my name is Helen Martin. I am your online crew captain. We are a community of home-based business owners learning to leverage social media to build our business online. So no more old school sort of tactics. We don't want to chase anybody about our business. We just want to use modern social media strategies to attract more people to us through attraction marketing strategies and branding and all those kind of things. So we can have an awesome rocking business so we can all go on holidays together and get on this cruise ship. So one day, guys, we are all jumping on this cruise ship together and going on one hell of a holiday. Are you in? If you're in, put I'm in down below. Yvonne, you're good. You're working late at the Savo and on the weekend. Well, it's lovely to see you on live, Yvonne. I hope everybody had, the most amazing New Year's. I've been on live since then, but, I hope that if you're having some time off at the moment, that you're having some beautiful downtime and some rest and relaxation. Hello, Angela. Lovely to see you on live. It's awesome to see you all sort of coming in. So, Rob's in. Rob's coming on the cruise ship and he is drinking Budweisers. Is that correct, Rob? Sean, I know that you're having a scotch. I'm having a margarita. Or if I'm drinking with Brady, it's a lime margarita. So we'll find some kind of poison for you. Doesn't have to be alcoholic. Hello, Julie. How are you today? Lovely to see you on live. You're in, Yvonne, and you had a good break. Good to hear. Hello, Patricia. How are you? What's your poison, Patricia? I don't think I know yours. Do you have one? Maybe you don't. Some people just like coffee or a water or something. It doesn't really matter. It is Budweiser, Rob. That's cool. So awesome. Tell me what your choice of poison is that we can line up at the bar for you. So let's talk about trends for 2019, what you should be concentrating on social media, because this is really important to you with your social media activities moving forward. And I'm going to try to get through this in about 15 to 20 minutes because that's what I've promised myself and you guys that I'm going to do here with my training. If you're not aware, I do training here 5 days a week. I'm just trying to keep them a little bit shorter so it's easier for you guys to absorb. And I am starting a new private coaching community next week. When that group is live, I will let you all know so you can get into that group and what it all entails. If you missed my video from 2 days ago about everything that's happening in January and what I'm doing this year, please go and watch that video. It is a little bit long, but it gives you a really good idea about what I'm bringing to you this year, and it's not something you want to miss. I tell you that. Hello, Tina. How are you? Lovely to see you on live. So let's have a chat about what you should be concentrating on in 2019. And firstly, I want to say that you really should start your social media presence and marketing and activities in growing a business online with intention, guys. There are so many people that are building their business on social media or think they're building their business on social media, and they're just here, there, and everywhere. So you need to up your skills on what's working on social media so you can be there and be doing the right activities that's going to give you the most exposure and traction. Do you think that's a good thing? Give me some palm trees down below if you think that's a good thing. Hello, Jacinta, how are you? Lovely to see you on live. So those of you guys that are on this page, give me some palm tree emojis. That's what we've adopted for this page. If you are in my private Facebook community, which is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, where we're about to start a new video challenge, guys. So any of you that want to participate on a new video challenge, hello Boyd, how are you? Lovely to see you on live. On the 15th of January, put the word challenge down below if you have not already, let me know so you can be part of that. And that actually ties in with one of the 5 tips that I'm going to talk about sort of in a moment. And guys, I want your feedback. We need an emoji for the new private coaching group that I'm creating. What do you think that should be? It has to be something that fits with our palm cove here happening. So we've got a palm tree for this page. We've got the fish for the social media strategies for home business owners. What should the private group be? I need an emoji for that group. Like, do we choose the coconut, Rob? What emojis do you like that fit the theme that we've got going on here? Maybe it's the cruise ship. Hey, what about that? Because that's, what do you think about that? The cruise ship emoji for our private coaching group, which all keeps us on the same page and visualizing and bringing forward this trip that we're going to have. Maybe that's the idea. Let me know what you think. So the first thing you want to concentrate on, this is not one of the 5 tips, but you really want to, Patricia's having cocktails. Well, there you go. We like cocktails. I love my margaritas. But a real margarita. There's so many people that make fake margaritas and it's just not the same. They put all this syrupy crap in it and it's not a real margarita. So Rob, you going the cruise ship? Sean's got the cruise ship going. I reckon, yeah, Tina's got it too. I reckon that's going to be the emoji for our new private group. So maybe we'll see what others think and that might be what we adopt. So what I'm saying here is not one of the 5 strategies. It's to really reiterate, you've got to do your social media activity with intention. So this is where I'm saying a lot of people, hello Sandrine, how are you? Lovely to see you on live. Boyd's got lots of cruise ships going. I think that's the winner, guys. We'll see what the other crew think, but I think the cruise ship emoji is going to be the chosen one. So we'll see what others think. Is intention, intention, intention. So you don't want to build your business on social media just doing a little bit here and a little bit there and a few posts here and a few Facebook lives there, and you heard something about Facebook stories and then there's this thing called a watch party and you're just dabbling. You've got no strategy and you've got no real intention. Your intention might be to build your business, but you don't really have a strong intention about what you're concentrating on social media. So I would encourage you to have really strong intention about what you want to achieve for your business and how you're going to achieve that. With things like what I'm talking about today, the 5 trends that you should be focusing on. So these 5 things that I'm about to talk about are the things that you want to give more attention to on social media. Okay? You with me? If you are with me, give me some palm trees and some fishies down below. I need to know that you're following along with me here. So 2018 is gone. Lessons learned. Take your lessons, whether they were good, they were bad, they were ugly, they were fantastic. What did I learn from 2018? Okay, I did not achieve what I wanted to achieve. What's the reason why you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve? Maybe you didn't have the right intention. Maybe you just didn't have the right skill level. Maybe you actually don't know what you're doing on social media. So work those things out. What lessons did you learn from 2018 and bring those into 2019 with what do you want to do differently? What do you want to do differently in 2019? Write it down, have a plan, have a strategy, have intention. That's really what I want to get through here. So these 5 tips that I'm giving you, that can be part of your strategy, okay? So let's start with our 5 tips. Number 1, I'm going to look down on my notes here because I want to make sure I've got it sort of, they're not necessarily in order, but I've just got them written down here. Rob, maybe we never had the right mentor. Perhaps, Rob, that's a very good point. There are a lot of people out there with home-based businesses that are listening to what their upline is telling them. Doesn't mean it's the best strategy. And the one big bugbear I really have with uplines and advice is when somebody's already really successful and they can use strategies that a newbie can't, but that's what they're teaching them. Angela, it's been told to post only early AM and early PM. Hey, the one thing I want to get through with social media, if someone says to you, you must do this and you must do that, then they're leading you down, a rabbit warren. There is no right and wrong on social media, guys. You need to test things. You're all going to have different audiences. You're all going to have different target markets. You're all in different time zones, and you're all going to have things that work for you that don't work for somebody else. There's going to be things that work for me that don't work for you. I can guide you, and I can say, this is what's trending on social media, guys. This is where I suggest you concentrate on. This is what's going to give you the more exposure. This is what I recommend you do, but don't take anything anybody says about social media as gospel, because it never is. If anybody can 100% work out the Facebook algorithm, then they are a born genius, because nobody can really work that out. It changes all the time too. Good point, Sean. You just mentioned it. Algorithms are going to be different too. And depending on your activity and whether you're going live, whether you're not going live, whether you're posting, when you're posting, what you're posting, your algorithm is going to work for you or not work for you. So somebody might say to you, do this and do that. But depending what you've been doing in the past, that may not work for you. And uplines that are doing things on social media that are working for them may not work for you if you don't have a guaranteed audience. You don't have a huge following. You're not already successful in your business. And you're not known as a big business thought inspirational leader. If that's not you, if that's not what you're known for, what your upline is telling you to do that works for them may not work for you if you're in the home-based business space. So be very careful about what you are taking on board and doing and actually executing on social media, because that may be doing you more damage than you realize. Rob, working with the algorithm, not against it. That's what we're trying to achieve. Now, it's up to you, and that's why I say to you, have strategy and have intention about your social media activities, because if you don't and you're just willy-nilly doing a live, doing a post here, throwing out something that your upline says, post this, make sure you have 5 friends a day, make sure you're posting 3 or 4 times a day, and one of those has got to be a product post, and we've got a special coming up for Black Friday, Christmas, New Year's Eve, Valentine's Day. Push this on your page. No. We don't want to push anything on, particularly on a personal Facebook page. It'll get you in Facebook jail. Maybe not now, but in the future. All of these things you've got to be aware of, okay? So there's a lot to learn on social media. So don't do it willy-nilly. Up your skill level. Learn what you need to learn and be where Facebook is giving the most exposure. That's what I'm talking about now. I'm going to move on because I'm going to go over time. Okay, so number 1, stories. This is not new, guys. Facebook stories. Be there, use it, get more familiar with it, post multiple times a day on Facebook stories. Facebook stories is the new news feed, or is going to be in time the new news feed. So the news feed as you know it now on Facebook, so I'm predominantly concentrating on Facebook strategies here. The news feed as you know it now is very much going to change. And Facebook stories is where Facebook wants to concentrate. It's going to be the news feed. They've mentioned that. I've told you that before. So be there. Start learning how to use it and get more comfortable with it. The only way you get really good at something is to be consistent. I'm still not consistent with it. I know I should be there. I'm teaching you guys to use this as a strategy, and there'll be a couple of days and it's like, oh, I haven't posted anything to my stories. So it takes you to do it over and over and over again to get into the habit. But this is where you want to be if you want to be visible on Facebook in the future. Get used to Facebook stories, micro content. This is a brilliant way for you to blend business on stories without pushing anything on anybody and being very strategic. And I am doing a boot camp in my private coaching group, which is opening up next week, about blending in February. Like, how do we blend our business and personal stuff? Like, how do we get more people looking at our content and engaging with us? How do we be more strategic on social media about the fact we're in a business and we want to grow our business, but we're doing it subtly and we're not pushing it on people? So keep an eye out for that blending boot camp that I'm going. You're going to get great ideas out of that. Okay, so Facebook stories is number one. Start using it more often. Use it multiple times a day. Don't post on a newsfeed multiple times a day. Post in your stories multiple times a day. I'm going to get more into the how and what and whatever tomorrow. So this is more about the strategy. Tomorrow is more about the how to. Okay, so make sure you join me tomorrow. So stories is number one. Groups. Groups are hot right now, guys. You may not have a group. You may not know how to use a group. You may already have groups in your home-based business that you can leverage off. There's all sorts of different ways that you can use groups. But don't just start a group for the sake of starting a group if you don't know what you're doing. Groups can create an awesome sense of community. Groups can create a culture that you can't get off a personal Facebook page or a business page. Facebook have changed. This may look different for you depending what version of phone that you've got, different types of phones, but they changed the middle button down the bottom when you go to your Facebook news feed. They created a new button a few months ago. Patricia, I thought you could only use stories once a day. You could use stories 50 times a day, Patricia. So like we did for the video challenge, I was recommending 3 just to get used to it. But people post 10, 20 times a day in Facebook stories. Go for it with Facebook stories. The more visibility you've got, the more micro content you've got. It's just quick pictures. Like Patricia, you cook things and make things. Take a picture of it and post it to Facebook stories. Put a little quote on it. Made an awesome banana cake today, you know, whatever, and just post it to your stories. Just as you're going through your day, post to Facebook stories, okay? Things like that. Now, what was I talking about? Groups. So the bottom of your news feed, they replaced the little icon that you could get to your personal profile to the group icon. They only did this a few weeks ago. So now from the bottom of your news feed, there's that little picture with a few people, and you click on that, and then it's going to take you to your top 3 groups. They are concentrating on groups and focusing on groups because that adds to the user experience. Anything you can do that people want your information and get into a group to get your information, Facebook is going to favor. So I'm not going into the hows and all of that here. I'm just giving you the snapshot of what to focus on and what's trending on Facebook at the moment and moving into 2019 book groups. But don't just start a group because you think it's a good idea or you heard from me that groups is a trend. You need to know how to use groups, the purpose of the group, the intention of the group, other groups that you could use instead of creating your own. If you create a group, you've got to manage the group. So if you start a group and then you stop posting in it, your group will die a very slow death. You don't want an inactive group. You want a group that creates community and engagement and culture and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So I'll go into more detail, and I am going to do a boot camp in my new private coaching community group about groups as well to give you more in depth. Those that want more training on that, I'm going to give that to you guys in the future. One story is equivalent to 1 post, Patricia, so you can do as many as you like. Yes, thanks, Sandrine. Sean, very happy to have the button there. Absolutely. Quick access to your favorite sort of groups. So moving on, we've got 3 more to go. Live video, live video, live video, live video. We are only just starting with live video, but there's still tens of thousands of people that are too scared to do it. So while everyone's still scared to do it, get your asses there. Sorry about the language, but I cannot be any more straightforward than if you are not doing live video, you are missing out. And they're not watching you if you're not doing live video, they're watching somebody else that is. So live video is where it's at. If you are still scared of doing live video, that's the exact reason why you want to join our next challenge starting on the 15th of January. If you want in and you haven't already let me know that you want to be in, put the word challenge down below so I can add you to the list, and you'll get all those details on my page next week. Live video is essential. The challenge is pretty full on. You're doing it every day. You don't have to do live video every single day. The purpose of going in a challenge and doing it with a group of people is that you get the support you need to get through it, because it's a very scary thing to do. And as Sean is just pointing out now, we call it the shared skitless tactic. Well, you can be very shared skitless, which is our version of scared shitless. We say shared skitless of live video. So give me some likes and loves if you're on the shared skitless bandwagon. Jennifer, hello girlfriend, how are you? Get your ass there. Tell us how you really feel. I trust you to point it out. I say one little word and Jen, you're there to point it out. How long should you live be? How long should you live be? Jacinta, are you trying to say how long should you be live on a live video? That's going to be different depending on who you are, what page you're on, how experienced you are. All that detail I'll be sharing in the live video challenge. So even if you don't want to participate in the live video challenge, get in my free group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. I'll amend the description up above so you can click on that and get in the group for that kind of training, okay? Jennifer, you can always count on me. I certainly can, girl. Thank you very much for that. Look, you turn up for like a minute and you're already pointing out my flaws. I still love you. Okay, so live video, consistency with live video. Dual live videos. We tackled this at the tail end of our 14-day Facebook Live video challenge that we just finished. And the challenges tackled live video. Some successfully, some not successfully. It is a technical skill that you need to learn, but hey, it's so exciting when you do dual live videos and you can leverage other people's expertise, other people's skills, which makes you look more of an authority when you're talking to people that are more high profile than you. So dual lives are a great thing to do. And what's the other one I had written down? Premiere videos that you can do. Like even if you can't go live, you can schedule, hey Brady, how are you? Awesome to see you jump on. You can do premiere videos, so you can still premiere a video even if you can't be there live. There's all sorts of things that you need to learn and increase your skill level to do with live video. So that's number 3. Number 4, watch parties. Have you done a watch party yet? I did a video on watch parties just before Christmas. It's on my website, www.helenmartinonline.com. Go and look for my NM, which means Network Marketing Video Library, and there is a video there regarding watch parties. How do you use them? How do they work? Whatever. So go to my website and check that out. Watch parties are going to be really handy for those of you in my private community that I'm starting next week. I'm going to go into more in depth for you guys in the near future about how really to utilize sort of them. The last one is messenger marketing. Really upping your messenger marketing, your communication in Messenger. If you're on a business page, using something like ManyChat, which is automated messaging to people that have subscribed to your Messenger through your business page that may have just all gone over your head. This is the kind of stuff I'm going to teach in my private coaching community. I've got so many cool topics to teach you guys this year about all this kind of stuff. Now, those 5 things, I have to do these both. I don't know what you're talking about, Brady. You probably mentioned that comment ages ago, but it's awesome to see you on live, girl. So quick recap. Use stories. Start practicing that now, getting used to stories. Groups is a trending thing, but you need to know how to use them and when to use them and for what purpose. Live video, consistent live video, testing things like Premiere videos, dual lives, all the technical skills that I can teach you around live video, using things like Be Live TV, like I did yesterday with the interview with Boyd, all those kind of things. I can teach you all those things moving forward, okay? Watch parties and dual lives. Oh, now I'm with you, Brody. So lots of good things for you to get your teeth into. And if you're not there yet, and the last one was messenger marketing and using bots and things like ManyChat and stuff like that. I'll teach you all of that sort of in the future. But these are the things that you want to set some intention around. Okay, I've never done a watch party before. I want to achieve that before March. I haven't done a dual live before. I want to achieve that before the end of February. Like, set some intention for yourselves with where things are trending, because you're going to get more exposure, organic exposure, where Facebook is concentrating. So these things are where you want to be, where you want to be showing up, what you want to concentrate on. And I'm going to keep you abreast of these things as they change, because although that's what's trending now in the beginning of 2019, doesn't mean that's what's going to be trending in 2 months' time. This is why you've got somebody like me who lives and breathes this stuff, researches it all, and then I can share it with you. Okay, so you don't need to keep up with it. I want to learn it all. Awesome. Round 2. So Brady is in round 2 of the challenge that is starting January the 15th. More details on that next week on this page here. Again, put the word challenge down below if you want to join us on that challenge. If you haven't already, let me know. And watch out on this page next week for more details about that. And please listen into this page. Turn your notifications on for my page. You do not want to miss the first 72 hours of my private group that opens next week. So it'll be the evening of the 7th of January in the United States. It'll be the morning of the 8th of January, so next Tuesday morning. I'm going to open that group just before I go live at my normal time. So then on that live, that group is going to be open and you have 72 hours to get yourself in as a founding member. Now there's a handful of you, there's 28 of you, well 29 of you that have got free access to that group in January and February. All you guys need to do is when it's live next week, and I've got the link for the group, the new link, that I'll provide you with that link. You request access and you comment in that group. You actually have to physically make a comment to become a founding member. Anyone else, I'm going to have a special link for you where you're going to get special privileges if you join that private coaching group before the end of January. All more details to come next week. So exciting stuff. This is what's going to make or break your business moving forward. If you guys are excited about all of this stuff that I'm bringing you, then put the word excited down below, because I am, whether you are or not. I'm excited about what I'm bringing you because I know it's going to make a difference. And things like what's trending, you need to know about that stuff, and that's where you want to show up, because that's what Facebook is concentrating on. If you're doing other things that Facebook doesn't really care about anymore, you're wasting your time. And you can waste a hell of a lot of time on social media, showing up, doing posts, all those kind of things, and you are hearing crickets. Because you're not doing the activity that they're getting airplay to, you're not doing what Facebook are concentrating on, and all those kind of things. So you need to keep up to date. Hello, Nicole. How are you? Lovely to see you on live. Sorry, I didn't know you were there. So everyone's excited. Good to see. Now, how have I gone time-wise? I don't even have my watch on. I'm going to get off. Have I met 15, 20 minutes, or have I gone too long? So I'm going to get off now, guys, because that's my commitment into moving into 2019. These lives are going to be shorter, and if there's going to be longer content, it'll go in my free group, okay? So tomorrow, same bat time, same bat place, turn up with me live. What I've talked about today, about the 5 sort of top trend, 27 minutes, damn, Jacinta, too long. But thank you for that. As long as I'm under 30. Oh, now Sean's chasing it with 28 minutes. I've got to get off. Oh, Rob, 30 minutes. I've got to get off. Tomorrow I'm going into more detail about tips and tricks for posting in 2019. So don't miss that tomorrow. That's going to be really beneficial information for you as well. So join me live tomorrow, same time, same place. I'll see you then. I've got to go. Love you all. If you got value, put the word value down below. Give me some palm trees and fishies and I'm gone. Bye.